Hi, welcome back to the channel. Just a little update. Thank you, Ali in Canada. Suggested stuff mixed with bicarbonate of soda or baking powder can be a sort of a rat and mouse killer that doesn't, if anything else comes along and eats them afterwards, it doesn't affect them. Doing a bit of reading on it, it appears that such animals as mice, rats, guinea pigs and rabbits, they can't burp or vomit. So you give them something like, but I've picked these. My local supermarket didn't have cake mix, but if you mix sort of 50-50 peanut butter and bicarbonate of soda, or 50-50 cake mix and bicarbonate of soda, I'm going to do the peanut butter with the bicarb and a few chocolate chips just to make it a bit more enticing. Yeah, apparently the rats eat this, and with the liquid they drink, the bicarb reacts in the stomachs to produce CO2 gas, but they can't get rid of it, they can't burp. So you know, I don't think they like inflate till they explode or anything, but I think they literally die of gas that they can't pass. But if anything comes along and eats them, then they're not full of sort of rat poison or anything that could kill the birds or anything else that eats them. So I'm going to be mixing some 50-50-ish peanut butter, bicarb of soda and a few chocolate chips, and I might head over to the allotment shortly then after I've mixed it and put some down, see what happens. I know weight for weight, the jars or packets weren't quite the same size, but it's quite a surprising result there. I've ended up with like a dough ball that you can knead between your fingers and it's non-sticky. I used roughly half the jar of peanut butter, half the bicarbonate of soda and half the bag of chocolate chips, and once you give it an initial stir, the bicarb sort of dries out, and that was smooth peanut butter as well. I should point out other brands are available. That's just the own brand from the local supermarket I was in. No affiliation or anything, but yeah, ended up with just like a ball of dough that you can manipulate quite easily in your hands, and it doesn't leave any residue. So I think I'll mix the other half of everything up and then put that back in the jar in reserve, and be interesting to see if this starts to rise or anything like that. But pity I don't like peanut butter, otherwise it would probably be quite tasty. So I shall, like I say, I'll head to the allotment in a bit and put some down in some little trays and we'll see what happens. Interestingly, there's a bit of grain left in the trays, and the traps haven't been sprung and still a little bit of grain in them. I have brought some bait which I made earlier, which I'm gonna leave in a couple of piles. I've either just invented the world's first extra farty chocolate chip peanut butter, or it'll be a food that the rats and mice will eat. It'll give them extremely bad gas that they can't get rid of, and die of wind, I guess, or die of lack of being able to pass wind. So I'm going to put this down in a couple of lumps in there. It's very dark here now, it doesn't really show on the camera, but it's see the lights on the local place next door. So I'll sort that out and I'll bring you back in a bit. Also unloaded some wood out my car. I'm going to move that in the greenhouse to make a new gate. Bit dark to see really, but I've dropped a couple of balls of the gassy rat bait into some of them aluminium trays. I'll leave the two spring traps that are still waiting to trip. I'm going to move the wood in here, I think, for the time being, just till I get down on Friday. Then I can a bit more time in light to move it to my shed. Thanks again to Ali for giving me the tip off for the baking soda rat bait. Shall see how it goes. Catch you later. Cheers now.